Live from Clearfield County, this is WTAJ News on the road.
We are live on the road, and yes, I have a little secret preview to show you in a second, but we're still watching some thunderstorms, so I'm going to throw it over our meteorologist Mike Doyle, who's watching the radar for us this evening.
Well, thanks, Joe. Yeah, I'm watching the radar pretty closely. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning, not for our counties, luckily not for Jefferson or Indiana, but out towards our west a little bit for Armstrong and Butler County. You can see this box right here. So that means the storm is moving towards the south and southeast, and it could possibly move into Indiana County about the next half hour or so. But tons of lightning associated with this one. Some heavy downpours and winds upwards about 55 miles per hour, and it could possibly produce a bit of hail as well. Dew boys right now, light shower just out towards your west, Punxsutawney, late drizzle at best for this afternoon. Most of us, really not a bad afternoon or evening right now. We'll see a mix of sun and clouds, a bit humid outside. But put this in motion, you can see a lot of the storms still out towards our west, a few more popping up in western PA. That will move into central PA about an hour or two, so I'll keep a very close eye on that. We could see another round of strong to possibly severe thunderstorms for this evening into the early overnight hours. As you look at our future track, I'll stop the clock right around 10:30 or so. That's when the front will be basically out towards our east. We'll begin to dry up after this. A few showers still could linger, and a few storms could still linger for our southern counties. And then by tomorrow morning, we'll see plenty of sunshine. But as of right now, I'll keep a close eye on those strong to severe thunderstorms. But I'll toss it back to Joe right now at Doolittle Station. How's it going?
Thank you so much, Mike. And later tonight, it will turn out to be mostly clear and comfortable. Low temperatures in the 50s. But Alex Hazard and I, this is really cool. We got to go inside a preview of a train museum.
Yeah, so these are all model trains, and what's really cool is that this is interactive for the kids. So they actually have buttons that go down where you can start the train yourself as you go along. If you look down at this lower train, this one is actually a Harry Potter themed train, and each little box within this box train here has its own theme. So there's one big one that goes around the whole thing, and you almost find yourself singing, "She'll be coming around the corner when she comes."
All right. Well, yeah, this was really cool, and you'll have to come and ask for it. It's a preview. It will be open to the public here very soon. You'll have to find out more information. We'll send it over to John and Amanda.
All right, thank you, Joe. So back in the 50s, the Grice family opened up a little gas station on 3rd Street in Clearfield.
Yeah, they started small. They were offering reloading components for people that load their own ammo. They offered to blue guns for people. So a lot of small little things they were doing. Now they have developed into a store that is getting both statewide and national attention.
In the 1980s, the Grice Gun Shop moved to Reed Street, and it's now the biggest gun store in the state. It's come a long way from humble beginnings as a gas station.
And it's just a balloon from there, from a 14 by 14 Sinclair station to we have over, I think, 18,000 square feet of merchandise now.
Tom's the second generation of the Grice family running the place, and the third generation is working here. The Grice family started this business to serve unmet firearm needs in town. Now they sell to licensed dealers around the country, and they sell items to customers directly around the world.
We definitely have more guns than any store that I've ever seen really anywhere, but we've always doubted that we were the biggest gun shop east of the Mississippi, and I think we can back that up.
They can offer cheaper prices since they buy in bulk. In addition to selling guns, ammo, and sports equipment, the store's become a huge advocate for Second Amendment rights. The only day they're closed is Sunday.
All right, and you know, actually, they have a museum too in Clearfield, and tomorrow you're going to get to see the cars and the mounts that they have there.
Big part of Clearfield County, and Dr. Jeffrey Rice, another big part of Clearfield County. This is your baby right here, Doolittle Station, right? This expanding and expanding.
It is.
What was the idea? How do you take us into the mind of Dr. Rice? What are you going for? What's the whole concept you're trying to make with this Doolittle Station?
I haven't decided yet. I liked trains when I was a kid. I had a train set, so this has become my big train set. And I had dinosaurs when I was a kid, like a lot of kids. I always wanted a bigger train, bigger dinosaur, so here I am, just a bigger kid with bigger toys.
This is your sandbox, your toy box right here all around.
It is. There were other alternatives I had, but...
So, okay. So I just want to say, like, I think it's really neat, though, that you kind of stay true to the way it's kind of preserved a little bit here.
Yeah, I enjoy history, and there's so much history around here, especially with railroads. And it's, I wanted to preserve it. I mean, a lot of history is lost through the ages. And this town was great for putting out rail cars, steam engines, and people have forgotten that. This was one of the key assembly points in the state. And I want to preserve the history. And the railroad history is unique because really the railroads built this country. People now don't realize it, but if it wasn't for the railroads, this country wouldn't be like it was. It wouldn't have been developed. So I want to keep the history alive. And I see all these folks that retired from the railroad. They appreciate it, and they like remembering things, and they like telling stories. And it's great. I've met a lot of fantastic people.
Absolutely. You're doing a great job here, too, Dr. Rice. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, so a lot more to come as we're on the road, and a lot more to come here at Doolittle Station. We're going to be here throughout the night, so thanks for hosting us. A lot of great food and great drinks and putt golf type things going on, and we're going to have announcements throughout the summer as they're opening up circus cars, and we got the animatronic dinosaurs, so a lot of news to come here from Doolittle. So thanks for having us. It's
okay, thank you for coming.
Beautiful spot, and of course we have much more to come here as we're on the road in Clearfield County. We've got a full week ahead.
Absolutely. So you can join us tonight at Doolittle's from 8 to 11. Of course, we do hope you come on out and meet us and eat with us, too. We're going to have a grand old time here. There might even be a band here.
Yeah.
So hopefully you guys can come out and join us for that. Plus, you know, Clearfield isn't the only place that we're visiting while we're hitting the road. Over the next several weeks, we'll also be visiting Center and Bedford County. So be sure to tell us all about the events and places you think that we should check out in your community. We'd love you to be a part of our next On the Road series. You can just send us a message or leave us a comment over on our Facebook page, WTAJ TV.
We are going to have much more from On the Road here in Clearfield County and in Du Bois coming up. But first, we want to check back in with our Charlotte Ames in the studio with a look at some local news. Charlotte?
Thanks, guys. Today in Center County, Ryan Burke was the first Beta Theta Pi brother to plead guilty to charges related to the death of Timothy Piazza. Our Evan Hinckley was in the courthouse, and he joins us live with more. Evan?
Charlotte, today Ryan Burke pled guilty to all 9 of the criminal charges brought against him in an open plea. That means his fate is entirely in the hands of Judge Brian Marshall. Those charges include 4 counts of hazing, furnishing alcohol to minors, unlawful action related to liquor, and a summary offense of underage drinking, as Burke was 20 on the night of Piazza's death. Today, Burke's attorney, Philip Mazzordi, stated in the courtroom, quote, "He knows and accepts responsibility for providing alcohol which recklessly endangered the safety of those like Tim Piazza," end quote. Pleading guilty to those charges could provide a wide array of sentences. Legal analyst Tony DeBoeuf gave his insights on the possible outcomes for Burke.
The liquor code violations, those are just a fine. Furnishing alcohol to minors, that could be up to a year in jail. And the hazing counts could be up to a year in jail. Those are all lower grade misdemeanors, and with a person with a 0 prior record, you know, you do sort of end up generally with probation on those types of counts. Of course, this is a very special case.
The sentencing date for Burke is scheduled for July 31st. Reporting live outside the Center County Courthouse in Bellefonte, Evan Hinckley, WTAJ News.
Thanks, Evan. We're continuing to follow a developing situation out of Huntington County where a car was hit by a train. Take a look. It happened just before 3:30 this afternoon in Mill Creek, Walker Township. We're told the train was going about 20 miles an hour when it hit that white Volkswagen at the railroad crossing along William Penn Highway. The woman inside was taken to the hospital with unknown injuries. Officials say they still aren't sure why the car was on the tracks in the first place. Johnstown City Council is expected to hire a new city manager tonight. The new manager is reportedly from Western Pennsylvania and has experience managing a municipality in the state. His name has not been released yet. Interim city manager Kurt Davis says the new hire is qualified to tackle the city's problems like blight, crime, and drugs.
They think they found a good candidate, so they're going to go with it.
City Council meeting is just getting started. If council members vote to hire the new manager at tonight's meeting, he'll start his new position at the end of June. Still ahead on WTAJ News at 6, we'll have much more on the road coverage out in Clearfield County with John and Amanda. Plus, by this time tomorrow, we'll know if the Mounties are bringing home a state championship. That story and more coming up in sports.
It's a good community for the kids to grow up, and there's lots to do with the parks and the ball fields now.